Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal PeaceLoveMusic here with another episode of the Let's Go Stacks Good Morning Show, brought to you live by DeOrganized Media in partnership with our good friends over at BitcoinLive Decentralized Broadcasting. It is Monday, the 13th of January. We have another new week. It's a very optimistic time on the long term, but maybe a little bit of stress in the ecosystem today as price action seems a little bit down, and we'll talk about that soon. Friendly reminder, we are a news show. We are providing news and information only. We are not providing financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Do not make your investment decisions based on my opinions about anything. I often get it wrong. And even sometimes when I get it right, my timing is wrong. So again, do your own research and never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Investments are not guaranteed to return profits. So with that being said, the numbers this morning, Bitcoin's down, actually just back over 91. It was dipped below $91,000, coming in at 91,217 a little while before broadcast. Stacks has dipped down to $1.39. That's the lowest it's been in a little while. Still holding on to the number 51 place by market cap on CoinMarketCap. Fear and Greed Index ticked back up to 47, still in the neutral range, up from 43. Might be looking at a bottoming situation. And then, not financial advice. And the top three gainers over the past 24 hours, in the last 24 hours, there are no gainers. Everything in the top 100 on CoinMarketCap is in the red this morning. Friendly reminder, I'm going to tell you guys this every day. When you stack your STX, you earn yield on Bitcoin. You hold stacks, you stack it with a stacking pool, and that helps secure the network as part of the proof of transfer protocol, which Stacks is based on. Secures the Stacks network, makes everything go, helps us keep all of our transactions immutable on the Bitcoin blockchain. And by participating in that, not only do you enjoy the equity gains on holding your stacks, but you actually receive yield in native Bitcoin as well every 2 weeks as the cycle goes through. So just remember, when you stack your stacks, you earn Bitcoin. Tell your friends. The organized calendar, we actually are looking at the Stacks calendar, but I just want to remind everybody that we are building out a platform now. It's DeOrganized.media, friend of the show, friend of the project, OG in the space. Trip and Monkey has been helping us build out a website presence. It's DeOrganized.media. And right now, anyone can go, you create your account just by simply connecting your Stacks wallet. It's just signed by a message. You're just signing a message proving that you own the wallet. You can then set up your own user profile. You do not have to put any personal information. You could just connect with your wallet. But if you are hosting events or hosting shows on X or shows on YouTube or anything else, you can actually now go over there, set up your account, and add your own shows to that calendar. And then the show hosts on any of the shows will be able to set up their own profiles and possibly receive tips from their audience just connected to their show. So if you got a space on X or a show on DeOrganized, or a show that you're broadcasting that's not on DeOrganized but you're streaming live, go over to DeOrganized.media, set up your account, and start adding your shows and your episodes in there. And we're going to be expanding the functionality on that soon, but it is working right now. So get over there and set up your account. The calendar for the day, there's only one thing on Hero's calendar, and part of this, I think, is because he's hoping to offload some of that to the DeOrganized platform. But we have the Find to Earn Monday with Skullcoin at 10 a.m. today. That's with Stacksy and Zenatron after the show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You can have a chance to earn some rewards while you're participating in the Find to Earn game at 10 a.m. I know Landy has a show. I think it's at 1 p.m. We have our Whatever Monday at 4 p.m. We will be starting that back up again. So come out and chat with us then. I think there's Dave has a show, but I'm not sure what time, and it's not on the calendar. So Dave and Stacksy, I think, have their show as well. I'm not sure what the Monday show is called, but there's some stuff that's not on the calendar right now, and so we need to coordinate that a little bit better to make sure we're informing our viewers. More than $1 billion worth of stable coins were issued on Tron and Ethereum in the past 7 days. That's a lot of profit taking, actually. Solana and Sui have led crypto inflows over the past 24 hours, according to Cointelegraph. And another report from Cointelegraph tells us that Bitcoin dumping in January is nothing new. In post-halving years, according to analysts, a 130% move similar to that in the peak year of previous cycles, of the previous cycle, because it was more than that, prior cycles. But the last cycle, if we kind of just get to the same move as a 130% move, that could send BTC prices from current levels to over $200,000 before the end of 2025. ARK Invest CEO Kathy Wood says Bitcoin is hands down better than gold. Bitcoin is a hedge against both inflation and deflation, and gold would become a utility, a usable product, a commodity for use in technology, more so than a type of money. Over 7 million email addresses compromised in an OpenSea email vendor leak in 2022 have recently been fully publicized online, exposing email owners to attackers, says Slowmist executive 23 PDS. Previously, it was not made public. Now all the leaked data has been made public in its entirety and is available to anyone who wants it, the Slowmist exec adds. It's not a good situation. If you've been on OpenSea, your email address might be compromised. NIDIG Global Head of Research Greg Cipollaro said in a January 10th research note that it would, quote, would caution on expecting immediate changes to crypto policy, even with Trump taking office on January 20th. May not happen. Michael Saylor presented his case for Bitcoin on Fox Business and said, quote, Bitcoin represents the digital transformation of hundreds and trillions of dollars of capital in the world. I think he meant hundreds of trillions of dollars, or that was a misquote. BlackRock's IBIT bought 4,868 Bitcoin this week, while only 3,150 were mined on average. That's more than 50% more than the supply coming from mining. So Bitcoin's getting bought up. Don't sell your Bitcoin to BlackRock. New Hampshire and North Dakota moved to create strategic Bitcoin reserves, signaling growing state interest in crypto adoption. STX is now live on Travala. That's really cool. You can now book your dream trip and pay with STX, the native token of the Stacks ecosystem on Travala.com. Very cool. Very cool. The team over at AIBTC Dev is cooking something new. It's launching this week. Soon you will be able to launch your own AI DAO managed by your AI agents. Ridiculous. Just so many bullish things happening. Who's worried about a little short-term price action? Not me. Bitflow recently announced Bitflow Keepers, personalized smart contract automation for Bitcoin DeFi. Bitflow Keepers are services that simplify the painful parts of Bitcoin DeFi management. Gary Reiger, OG in the stack space, his gated.so is into alpha test. Now you go set up your account over at gated.so. It only costs 1 STX to perform the transaction and to be early to the advent of new use cases on chain. And really cool stuff Gary's working on over there. We're excited to possibly integrate it with DeOrganized Media. Looking to get started as a developer with Stacks? Well, you can head over to stacks.co. If www.stacks.co, over to the right, you'll see Get Started. And you click on that to access developer tools, learn the basics, build a full app, and even find ways to get paid to build an app. Go check it out, stacks.co. Are you interested in helping builders and devs test out their projects on Stacks? We're building a tester QA community. DM me at PeaceLoveMusicG on X if you are interested, and we'll get you set up. We've helped out a number of projects: Zenitron, Skullcoin, Boom Wallet. We helped with some Bitflow stuff, Derupt, and some of the stuff that Crypto Dude's working on, and that with Crypto Cash and Derupt. Actually going to announce some potential help with some other projects soon. So if you are interested, come on over there and DM me and we'll get you in there. Have you checked out Fact.fun? It's a new alternative, a new way to launch a token on Stacks. So now we have two great platforms, stx.city and Fact.fun. I love them both. Great developers, great projects, great teams. And now we have options for our community, doing similar things in different ways. More options in the marketplace is always good. And there are several new tokens currently in the bonding curve now on Fact.fun. And can you get to the yams, the sweet yams? Stacks Sip and Innovation Community Call every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Hero Gamer and the Stacks.org account. Come learn about the latest developments on the Stacks chain and give us your input on what you would like to see built on Stacks. And tune in at 10 a.m. on Thursday for Find to Earn with the Game Master Zenitron. Win some Stacks and some other NFTs and stuff. We're doing some cool things with a live stream extension of the Find to Earn. So you're going to see Find to Earn today with Stacksy and Zenitron, and then on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. live feed, and you can participate there as well. Just some new ways to reach the audience in different ways, and let us know if you like which way you like better. Actually, too, we'd love to get any feedback on that. And that is the news for the day. Let me get my ticker out here and just say hello to our friends here. Good morning, Reese. What's up, my brother? Good morning, Squid. What's up, buddy? J.O. I'm not sure what this one is. Stacks Will Moon says MetaMask 0x.stx, nocode.stx, drx.btc. What's up, my brother? How are you today? And we should go live with No Code Clarity. We are happy to have No Code Clarity come on anytime. DM me, man. We'll get you on. We're happy to have you on. Definitely would love to do that. And good morning, Israel from Stacking Down. What's up? Without further ado, I'm going to drop off. We've got Stacksy here to talk about some really great stuff that happened last week in the Stacks ecosystem. I'm going to drop out for a minute, and Stacksy will be right with you with the Stacksy's weekly recap brought to you by RuCoin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the weekly Stacks recap. I hope you all had a good weekend. Sorry. There had been some rumbling in the Stacks community coming into the new year, as some community members were feeling as though there were things they were not getting answers on. Stacks founder and Trust Machine CEO Munib Ali responded by making himself available for an open community call on X hosted by LeoCoin founder and Stacks community leader Roops. The core entities at Stacks have made a noticeable effort to connect more with the community and create opportunities for more dialogue and amplification of messaging and important information to help keep the community informed and provide valuable feedback from the community. The Stacks community seems stronger than ever. The first distribution of the bonus SBTC rewards have been delivered. If you've participated in the initial launch and minted SBTC and held the SBTC in your wallet, you should have received some SBTC for holding. It's not yet 100% clear how those that stake their SBTC on other platforms will be compensated. The RuCoin team has done it again. They announced late last week that Stacks Invaders NFT holders will soon be able to upgrade their NFTs into AI agents. Tune into RuConsole or Telegram for more information, or head over to their website stacks/invaders.xyz. You can now find Zenitron's Find to Earn game on livestream with DeOrganized Media. Tune in on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to join PeaceLoveMusic and the Game Master Zenitron for exciting Find to Earn opportunities where players search for locations of treasures and then the first to post the correct coordinates in the live chat win prizes like stacks, meme coins, and NFTs. The devs at AI have innovated again. Soon the Stacks community will be able to launch their own AI DAOs, which can be run by their AI agents. This opens up a tremendous opportunity to leverage DAOs without having to wonder if the participants are going to participate. Is this the beginning of a truly autonomous decentralized organization? Bitflow has introduced Bitflow Keepers, a personalized smart contract automation service for Bitcoin DeFi, designed to simplify and optimize DeFi management. Keepers automate tasks like limit orders, stacking, yield harvesting, and portfolio rebalancing while keeping assets fully under user control. Powered by AI, they monitor market trends and execute pre-approved strategies in real time. With fast execution on stacks and a modular DAO-driven design, Bitflow Keepers aim to make DeFi hands-free, efficient, and user-friendly. Oh my god, that definitely seems like something to explore for us. Velar had a rebrand, and the new beautiful logo is now live across all platforms. Satoshi AI got suspended on X for violating rules of authenticity. A new account has already been created with the first post stating the reporting person either doesn't understand satire or runs a competing project. Suspension has been appealed, and trust the account will be reinstated shortly. Back to building. And obviously, my STXY exclusive NFT collection still has 17 pieces until the artwork reveal, and I'll be super happy if you head over to the link, which is linked in my bio, and snag a piece, especially now with the market bleeding. The price is quite cheap, and I have prepared a lot of cool surprises throughout the year for my holders, so I would really appreciate your support. And that's it for me. See you all next Monday for the weekly Stacks recap. Oh my god. Reading is just like, can I just like speak? Like, I just like speaking without having to yeah, it's not my thing.
Well, honestly, I think you do a great job, and it's just sometimes when
it's so not natural. Like, it's not natural, you know? Like, I'm like so authentic. I like to just like say what I think, and if I have to kind of like read it out, it feels like, you know, like.
No, I do. I know what you're
like
saying.
On TV,
so for the record, you're free to ad lib. You're free to kind of, as long as you're free to say whatever you want during that. Yeah, I know we're out. Those
like,
there's
no way I can remember all of this anyway. So I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, in the real world, like, you know, on the CNN or something, they've got something right there to read, right in front of them in their view while they're looking at the camera. So it's just you know, we're making do with
my thoughts. Like, I'm like constantly like, while I'm reading it, I'm like thinking about a million other things, and then I'm like, oh no.
I'm familiar with that myself.
That's fucked up. And then, I keep fucking up. You know?
Yeah, welcome to my world on that one, because I mean, I do that. I'm doing the news daily, so that's how that goes for me too. Like, I'm reading the news, and I'm especially like, you know, I just set those all up, and then I'm reading through them, and sometimes it's not quite what I thought it was the first time when I set up the crawls. So yeah, don't listen. Don't overthink it. Right? That's what I'm gonna say. You do it great. People love hearing you. Actually, let's see if the crowd's got any words. We got a good morning from Nobody Famous. What is up, sis? Thanks for tuning in. Always love hearing from you. Guys, if you think Stacksy's doing a bad job, let us know in the comments, right? Tell us.
I'm replaced by AI.
What was that?
I will be replaced by AI if they don't like it.
Man, the tools that are coming is crazy. We're all going to be replaced by AI. You know what, though? I don't think that people are like, yes, there will be AI reporters and AI shows and stuff like that, but I don't think it'll be, I don't think people will be that.
You know, like no one wants to listen to a robot that is not alive. Sorry.
No, you're right, though. That's
people
true.
like the fuck ups, you know, and there's not going to be any. It's going to be too generic.
Right. Well, and it just won't be. It'll take a while before it's really human, human-like. Like it's human-like now, but I mean, before it really interacts like we do, I think it'll be a while. Who knows though? Israel says you're doing great. You're doing really good.
Just a friend, so of course he'll say that.
Nobody Famous says you're not doing a bad job. Just don't overthink what you're doing. That's the same thing. It's just don't worry about it. You know, there's going to be flubs. It's not ever going to come out perfect. But that's the same sentiment. I feel the same way. I think you're doing a great job. We're not looking to replace you, Stacksy. We're happy to have you every Monday. We want to keep you coming. So
yeah, you're my only routine in this life. You know, Mondays. Like Mondays. I'm doing things.
If nothing else, you can rely on PeaceLoveMusic and DeOrganized Media to keep your day, to keep your week grounded.
Yeah.
What we're here for.
Guys, let's speak. What I'm speaking about, like. So
let's actually touch on real quick the calendar situation and the events and everything, and just to kind of remind everybody, if you are hosting a show or you're doing a show regularly, a Spaces event, whatever, head over to DeOrganized.media. I know just about everybody that's watching has a Stacks wallet. If you don't have a Stacks wallet, you can download a Leather wallet. You can connect with Leather and Xverse. Eventually, soon, hopefully, you'll be able to use your Boom wallet to connect as well. There's no transaction involved. You're just signing a memo, a signing transaction, just proof of ownership of the wallet. That'll set up your user profile. Your user profile doesn't populate with any information except for your wallet address. You can go in there and add your X account. You can add a username. You can connect to a bunch of apps. You can actually connect to your Zero Authority account. You'll be able to connect to your gated account. We're working on some functionality with Seigel and their V2. So there'll be a lot of added functionality for content creators and space hosts.
I think there's already more information, right, than on the Stacks calendar, the official one. Because the Stacks calendar hasn't been updated, so the Organized now has the best kind of overview. And it's visual as well, you know. I like, because if you have to go in the normal calendar, it's like not really. But in the organized calendar, you have like the pictures of each show. You have it really lined up, like super cool. I like it. It's very comfortable to check it out. Maybe we should add the link
and the
somewhere
coolest thing that Trip put on there, Trip and Monkey's been building this out for us, and the coolest thing that he put on there is the ability to tip show hosts. So if you go to a show and you click on an episode, it'll tell you who the hosts are. The hosts, you can access the host bio page, and right on there, you can actually tip your hosts in SBTC or Stacks. So if you're hosting if you're hosting Spaces regularly on X, take you a couple minutes to go set up a profile and add your Spaces as a show on there regularly, and then you just go and add the episodes. You can put the link. So it's another place to distribute links for past episodes that people can find more easily if they're following you and stuff like that. So there is, and it's still just brand new. So there's going to be more and more functionality as we build it out.
Mhm.
But go try it out. We're looking for more people
Well,
to
if
get
someone
over
wants
there.
to tip, buy my NFT, you know, like that would tip me at the moment.
I also want to say, so nobody famous, and this is good to remind all of us, really. Stacksy, you're talking to friends. Keep that in mind. We're all friends here. Everyone that's watching, everyone that's listening, we're all.
In my head, it's like we want to cut this information short and post it, right? And then if I fuck up, then the post is not going to be like short, like the short format of the video is not going to be good.
Don't look at it that way, though, because honestly,
I'm a perfectionist.
So the conversation we were just having about the AI and how it'll be too perfect and too real and it won't make mistakes and stuff. There's value in those. Those mistakes actually make it more authentic. Just because it's not perfect doesn't mean it's unusable in short form content. In fact, some of the best shorts, the ones that go most viral, are ones that aren't perfect.
That's true.
And
the ones on CNN during COVID when the kids walked in and stuff. Oh, that was hilarious. Or when people would stand up and didn't have any pants on.
I didn't catch any of those, but yeah, like the same thing though. That's the things that gets more traction. So if you had your brand on one of those and it got out to like 1 million people, well, you did way better than a short that had all your branding perfect but only got out to 10,000 people. You know, it's just not the same. Nobody famous says go trip go. Yeah. Wait, you got to keep fucking up. That's really that's the rule. You have to screw up. If you don't screw up, you're fired. That's how we're going to do it from now on. And
so
we love these.
What happened to Satoshi? Like, I was completely out of Web3 for a few days. I'm sorry. What happened to Satoshi AI? It got suspended as well? Like, what's going on? Like,
I don't even know. I know, well, GP, actually, let me, since we're on the subject, let me make sure. First and foremost, you guys need to follow GPSC because his new account, because he lost his account a couple weeks back. And then Kowalin from STX City, he lost his account a few weeks back. He lost a bot, like the Stack City like bot account. One of their accounts, support accounts, got banned over the weekend. I'm not directly familiar with
Stack City account got banned as well.
One of the support bot accounts that he has got banned.
Like they can't just. What are they doing? They can't just suspend businesses. Like it's same. Like what? Imagine they're gonna suspend Stacks. Like what are we gonna do? Like they're gonna like relaunch a new account. Like this is completely not okay. Like I understand if you. We are people, they suspend us, but you can't like suspend businesses without like having the chance to appeal. Like this is just fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, it's so number one, the first thing to take away from all of this is we need decentralized, immutable social media. We need people to be able to actually have their own channels, that the content is there, that the distribution is there, it's immutable. And, you know, if they're putting out unpleasant or information that you don't want to hear or you're not interested in tuning into, change the channel. That's it. We don't need an overlord. We don't need billionaire overlords dictating to us what we can and can't hear about, what we can and can't know about.
Yeah, but the thing, all people are on X, you know, like you can't build something new and have the same amount of users immediately. So, unfortunately, we are all here, you know, so we don't really have a choice.
Well, we are all here, and part of the reason we're here, though,
to build an account, it takes a lot of work. You know, I built the GPSC account for a little bit over a year with a premium subscription. So you got to think about like the cost of the subscription and you know, all the work that you put into it. It takes a lot to build a following on X. So seeing like all of these
Yeah, of course.
other communities getting banned pretty much, and getting their handles taken away from them with no answers. You can appeal it as much as you want, and you're just going to get an automated message. It's not right. At least with the
This is what I
paying.
mean. I mean, freedom of speech. You know,
Say that.
Yeah, like,
can
and
you
especially
hear me?
for like, yeah, I can hear you.
I'm just saying, like, he's for freedom of speech, but then how is it possible that without a pre-warning, without a proper explanation of what you did wrong, without a chance of actually like getting a warning and improve and not do it again, they just do it out of the blue? I mean, we've discussed that last time, but it just terrifies me because we put like every day of our lives into building our accounts, building our connections, our relationships, our work. All of that is in our feed, and it's just gone in a second, and we can't appeal it. It just sounds like it shouldn't be that way. It's X, like.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
And here's the thing. You're talking about an entity that up until Elon Musk bought it was being used to dictate narratives. Same thing with Facebook, same thing with YouTube. They've been massively censoring. So I didn't come back to X until it was more open. But since I came back to X, I lost my account and I had to start a new one. After I already paid them for the year, like $180 or whatever the hell it was for the year. And it was only like probably a month after that. So I didn't get a refund. I never got told what specific infractions I made. There was never any communication about that. GPSC is not going to get that info. He's not going to get told specific activity that he did that caused him to be banned. Huawei's not going to know what he did specifically. The Satoshi AI account's not going to know.
Satoshi AI, poor AI, got just turned off. For
Nothing,
no
right?
reason.
Just
Like, had no idea.
but there's not. But whoever was behind it, they don't know. Nobody knows what the infractions were. What is the behavior specifically that caused them to take that action? If they don't tell us, then how do we make sure we're not doing that again? And I know it's in the.
Yeah, we just gonna be terrified. Okay, every day, like posting something or replying, and then like, oh shit, are we gonna get like banned or not? Like, that's what I'm feeling now. Whenever I'm posting something too fast or commenting because I'm excited, I'm like, oh wait, I don't want to lose my account for this like comment.
Nobody famous says that the first order of business is having your own website, X's and ours, and that's true. But you still actually, most of us don't. Most of us don't have our own servers. So even if you have your own website, you can still be taken down and banned. You can still be taken out of the rotation, so to speak. So we need better solutions. The solutions aren't all built out yet. That's one of the things what we're hoping to facilitate on DeOrganized. And I'm not expecting us to be anything major anytime soon, but is just kind of creating a place where people can actually own their content and trust that they can put it up and distribute it without interruption and without a third party intermediary coming along and just not allowing access to it. It's actually one of the downfalls of Nostr. One of the biggest things against Nostr is that individual nodes can actually censor information. So you could actually communicate out on Nostr, but all of the nodes could actually be, if they just decide that they're not going to carry your messages, then you don't get out there. Your stuff you can actually be censored on Nostr.
Imagine if all the signers decide to not sign a particular wallet ever, any transactions. Is that possible?
I don't know if they can.
Huh?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question because I don't know. I don't know if you can actually. I don't know if the signers. they would actually, I guess, all have to kind of agree, right, to do that, which I think is unlikely, unless there was a reason to do so, right? And that brings up a whole nother, do we want to be able to censor bad actor transactions?
That's again the whole decentralization part, huh?
Right. It's hard being self-sufficient or responsible for yourself. It's complicated because we don't know. We can't control everybody. So it's not an easy answer. That's for sure. And I don't blame Musk for having like automated systems, because they've been dealing with a lot of automated attacks. They get inundated with these bots and botted complaints to support and all of that. So there's this part of it
there
is
must
bad actors.
be a way that they don't treat real accounts like bots, and it feels like that's what they do. They just ban without any chance of appealing, without even checking. So obviously something in the algorithm or the way they're doing it is not working properly. So yeah.
And
I don't know.
Nobody Famous brings up a good point. It's very unlikely that your website would be taken down. It's a very small percentage, but it does happen. It can happen if you become enough of a target. They can censor you that way.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel good to know that there's people targeting certain X handles out there and maybe mass reporting them with like bots and stuff, and there's really no thing you can do about it, right? If you're
It's also targeted. You don't know.
Yeah, you have no clue, right? So it could really be somebody that's kind of slighted about something or doesn't agree with your view on something and reported your account. If you're a controversial X handle, you might have a target on your back now because that's the way the algorithm was set up. So, it's really hard to set up another X handle and keep going because like one of the clauses in there is like, hey, you can't make another X handle trying to dodge a suspension, right? So, where do you get started whenever you make your new X handle? You might just have it taken away for making a new one. So it's a really hard thing. And right. Some people might get discouraged and not even start again. So good point. It's really hard to see this happening to good actors in this space. I would much prefer for like people just to get along and then build and provide new stuff to new alpha, new info on X, but there is always somebody there's competition, right? So it makes sense why people are doing it.
Yeah, it's also, so technically speaking, once your account gets banned, when you create a new account, that is actually a violation of their rules. Like if you actually go and create a new account after you've gotten banned, technically that account has violated their terms of service. So they could just shut that one down anytime they want to. Why aren't they actually going after people like that? To be honest, it's a little weird. So yeah, and it does make sense to have alternative a website point of it's not great. It's not a great move to make any centralized social media platform your main base of operations. And Nobody Famous is right. We should all have a platform outside of that you can access, or something that becomes more self-custodied kind of point of activity. because any of your social media accounts can get shut down at any time for any reason. And so we're relying on other people to provide that for us. And it's not a great thing to think about because but it happens. I mean, I built a very, very strong business presence in my real estate business, which I am still a realtor. I've been a licensed realtor since 2010. So over 14 years I've been in business, and I built a very, very strong platform on. I had a website, and then it became a lot easier, and I was doing a lot of marketing with Zillow, and I was driving people to my website, and then it became a lot easier to reach audiences on Facebook, and I kind of diverted to most of my marketing on Facebook, but I still maintained my website as my main presence. And Facebook has since made it very hard to get any kind of attention without paying for it. And I've done a lot of paying for attention on Facebook, but that's all that it's for now. It's not really. You can't network on Facebook the same. Only the people that are already in your network are really who you're networking with on Facebook, and they don't see most of your posts
I
either.
have completely abandoned all social media except X, honestly. I just have Instagram for my performance stuff, but I'm barely there because I just feel so much more, I don't know, connected to other people on X. I've never felt that anywhere else. It was always so self-centered. And on X, you kind of see comments from other people that you're not following, but they have the same topic or the same interest into something, and therefore we all get connected to each other. So I really, really like how that works here. So it's really sad that he isn't so many things except this one. The suspension.
I think it's just I think it's a problem with it's more of a volume issue where they just got too many. It's cost prohibitive to set up real people to deal with this because there's such a huge volume of non-real people that are gaming the system that they have to deal with. It's not perfect, and they definitely need to address it. But I don't think the answer is going to come from X. I think the answer is going to come from decentralized social media development, like what Crypto Dude's building out in Derupt, like what Gary's building out at Gated, like what Leo's building out at Seigel, where you can write articles, and those articles are on chain forever, so nobody can censor you. They're there. It doesn't matter if they can't take your account down. They can't flush you out. They can't take it away. And what we're kind of building on DeOrganized, hopefully will have some kind of functionality like that too down the line. So there's what we're really discovering is that our world is very much built on trusting entities to not screw us over, and maybe reacting to the fact that we can't trust them not to screw us
We're
over.
not trusting anyone. That's why I'm in Web3, no?
Right. Well, that's the thing.
You.
You can't be sure. You just can't be sure. So we have to build out platforms where it doesn't matter, where they can't screw you over, can't be evil. Can't be evil is the tagline for Stacks and the ecosystem in general. We want to make sure that you can't be evil. It doesn't matter whether you can or not. Whether you would or not, because you can't. But it also helps to work with actors who won't be evil too. That's how you get systems that can't be evil. So that's that. As far as I know the price act is a little bit depressing today and all of that, but I'll tell you this. I think that the overall, I'm super bullish. I already kind of saw things as being at a low, so I don't have a ton of capital left to deploy because I've already deployed most of the capital I have. But I'm comfortable sitting on my hands for the next couple weeks, couple months even, and diamond hand and stuff into second, third quarter this year. I'm very bullish on where our space is going to be. And I think that things are going to be looking up sooner than later, probably.
I mean, we've already long stopped looking at daily price action, right? But I have lost my discipline, like I think last week completely. Maybe that's why I took some steps away for a few days, because I have done some really impulsive things. Because I did have some new income, from New Year's and stuff, and yeah, and I've been doing fast things without thinking, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah.
Well, that's how it goes, right? That's how it goes. You get.
There's one thing that I am not regretting is to ape in more into SPX. That's something I'm gonna say.
My understanding is that that's a good project. I've heard a lot about it, not just from you. You might have been the first person to talk about it, though. What do you love about it?
I absolutely think like this is so much cooler than just a dog or a cat or anything stupid they're launching on Solana. It's just like flipping the market, plus doing it in the meme coin way is just legendary. I feel like everyone will understand it in a second. They're like, okay, SP 500, like okay, we're SP 6900, and like it's clear, what we want, and we just want to sort of trap 5 people that we can make money out of nothing. It's really that simple. Sorry, do I sound like a brainwashed person?
No, you sound like you have a lot of degen friends, and you know people that are involved in the project, and sometimes that's all it takes. Actually, is knowing who's behind it, so you can feel comfortable getting in on it. Sometimes that's not necessarily the best way either. Just you throwing out there. You always do some research. Always do your own research. But when you told me about it, I didn't go out and buy it right away, but I did pick up a small bag, and I'm going to hold that too. Yeah, of course. I mean, thank you. I mean, it is up a little bit.
I'm not welcome. Like for
welcome to the group.
That's what I meant.
Welcome to the family. Yeah. Well, thank you. And it's I don't think that it's there's just so much going on. There's so many AI plays. There's so many just things that are developing app wise. I did get a little bit of an update on SBTC rewards. I don't know all the details. So when I launched my SBTC, I did register it. I put in a little bit. I only did the minimum. So I'm just testing it out. I put in the minimum BTC. I got my SBTC 0.01. I know the guys at Zest. I love the community over there. I've done some stuff with them before. They were offering the highest yield, so I went and stacked it in Zest like almost immediately. And it's in there now. What I didn't know until this morning, Noam, the advisor from Zest, he's their community manager now. He's taken over for Off My Lawn, so he's actually managing community for Stacking Talent. Yes. Yeah, Noam. And he messaged me this morning because I had asked in the DM group about it, that they issued a Z SBTC token for everyone that dropped their SBTC in there, and that's going to be where you earn the rewards on the SBTC you've put in Zest. I don't have all of the details on it, but it is some more information. Good morning, Ace. What's up, my brother? How are you today? I hope you're having a blessed day and kill it this week as well. And yeah, nobody says she doesn't care about the market. Yeah, unless I'm looking to sell right now, I don't care about the market.
Because we're not selling until end of year, so why are we even bothering? Like honestly, like it is what it is.
Well, yeah.
Unless you trade, but I'm not a trader, so I don't even care.
Unless you trade, or maybe you're still trying to accumulate. Some people are catching up,
Yeah, but then it's the perfect moment right now, no?
Right now, it's a good time to do so.
I actually wanted to say how good has been the improvement in communication and the connection between all the corners of the Stacks ecosystem since we had the AMA with money. Like, I really have to say it
It's
improved a lot. Things
much
have
noticed.
been put in, and
Yeah,
great.
all of the Twitter accounts, not just Stacks, but all of the core entities and all of the larger projects surrounding the core entities have been doing way better with their social media presence, at least on X that I've seen. There's been some more conversations in groups. There's been more reach out activity, the creation of some groups to kind of help formulate some of this. There's been a lot of conversations from Stacks Foundation members with people in the community too. I know a bunch of people that are constantly having different conversations with different people at the foundation. It's been great. The response has been absolutely great.
It's working. I love to see. It's great.
Right. And so one thing I mentioned to GP and Jack last Friday, I think part of the issue, which makes me feel even better about the whole thing, I think part of the problem was while the community wasn't necessarily feeling super confident because they didn't have all the details and they didn't know everything, and maybe there was definitely some room for better communication, the core entities have been very confident. Like they're not worried that they're not going to meet their goals. They're very confident that the goals are going to be met. So I think that that's kind of why they maybe didn't see the need for as much messaging because they weren't concerned about issues. So now that we've kind of gotten that attention, we've taken some great steps to kind of get better communication back and forth, more participation across the board. I'm bullish, very bullish about the space right now.
I'm bullish on our community.
Yeah, it almost felt like the foundation didn't even know that the community had these concerns about communication, right? They've had their heads down building, trying to get Stacks blocks more consistent, and getting ready for the WASM upgrade. It's really bullish. It feels really bullish for me. They didn't even notice that there was a communication barrier, and now that that has been communicated to them, they're actively doing things like opening up a Telegram group for the information to flow. Right, they're talking about the Bitcoin flowing. Now they're getting the information flowing. So I'm really bullish on that. Glad to see the founders of different projects.
Yeah, right on. I definitely think the response has been very encouraging. I think we have some just absolutely great talent in this space, both in the community level wise, at the top level wise, and it's all there. It's just baby steps to get to where we want to be.
And I just want to say, I feel like sometimes I just felt like the entities, like Stacks Foundation or Stacks or Trust Machines, they didn't even know like what dope people we have here in the space. Like what else is being besides the official projects that are launching from their side. I felt like they had no idea that we had so much going on here, like decentralized, not within their companies, right? So.
Right. Well, I think a lot of this
now know a little bit more about what's actually happening and how much stuff there actually is and how many people are building stuff as well.
No, you're right, and I think a lot of this developed, and I'm going to always shout out Hero Gamer. A lot of this developed from what he built at D Grants and what his vision was and how it came together. The whole reason why we're sitting here talking about this on a live stream this morning with like upwards getting close to 300 people live viewers this morning across multiple channels. The reason why we're talking about this morning live is because of the D Grants, platform and all of the building that was done in public on X through D Grants and all of those conversations that made it accessible to me, GP, you, and you, Stacksy, and it it was an opportunity to get to know who was who's building stuff, who's supporting the builders, what are we trying to do, and kind of created this network of builders and those that are here to support and build around the builders. So, it's just the community at Stacks is one of the strongest things. Stacks has several great things going for it. Number one, it's an L2 on Bitcoin, which is what that's the holy grail. That's what everyone wants. Short of actually being able to do all of this programming directly on the Bitcoin chain, which is not likely ever going to develop, not with the speed and programmability we have developing at Stacks, at least not in the short term from what we can tell. Short of that, you got programmable Bitcoin, you've got fast transactions, it's scalable, it's developing, and you have this incredible community that's all in it because of because it's tied to Bitcoin, because of the Bitcoin ethos, the open source development, immutable transactions, the borderless, trustless exchange, censorship resistance. Those are all those key focus points of Bitcoin are reflected in Stacks and what's being built in Stacks as well. So it's just taking the programmability and the ability to expand to meet more users as it grows, and putting that on Bitcoin. And that's what we're looking for. And it's decentralized. Like the space is decentralized. So there's going to be lots of other players. I want Stacks to integrate so it can work with Solana. I want Stacks to work with Ethereum. I want people on AVAX or Cardano to come over here and be able to use Stacks, but not have to abandon what they're working on in their project too. I want it to integrate.
I just want to say again, I think the marketing needs to be on the level of stuff they're building, because so much stuff has been shipped last year, and a lot of people don't know. Even Bitcoiners that I'm friends with now here, and I meet them sometimes in Dubai, we hang out. They had no idea. They're on Twitter every day, and they had no idea. They asked me when Nakamoto. And I'm like, are you serious? So if they don't know and they're on X every day and they're in the Bitcoin ecosystem, then we're doing something, not to the level we should.
No, well, we're still very early. Well, and the thing is too, though, you can't advertise Nakamoto until it launches. You can talk about it. The community is going to spread awareness because we got the buzz, because we're connected to people building and looking that need the innovation to come so that they can iterate their next stuff too. I mean, fast blocks are, a year ago it took 30 minutes to find out that your NFT mint failed. It took a half hour to find out that the mint failed. Now it's very few transactions are failing in my experience, and then relative to prior, you can put the fees. I consistently put 001. I know that the sign.
Yeah, I found out about that through you. Thanks for telling me, because I just went with the standard, and since you've told me that, I have been adjusting my fees every time since.
I spent last year at this time, so I had no idea. I didn't know what to do. So, and that's another thing. If you put a low fee, you wait a half an hour for it to find out. So I always just did whatever the suggested fee was because I wanted my transaction to go through. But 0.75 stacks, half a stack for to mint a 4-stack NFT, that's a huge fee. That's a huge percentage fee.
Yeah, so who is listening right now, guys, don't go with the standard fees. You can put 0. How much? 001?
I always try 001, and then if it sometimes it fails, sometimes it fails immediately. It tells you it's not going to go through. But I mean, and then I'll adjust it to 0.005. 0.01 STX is probably the most you should ever pay, unless you have a time sensitive, you really need this to go through ASAP, and then you might want to pay higher fees. But if you can wait and you don't mind redoing it again in an hour when you get back to check on it, or even in 5 minutes, I always put
it's not an hour
0.0.
anymore. Come on, people. Now it's like it didn't go through. You just do it again.
Well, it's not it might be an hour before I get a chance to look at it again, but it'll be there, in a couple minutes. But yeah, don't pay half a stack, 0.75 stacks, for transaction fees unless you really unless it's a pressing issue and you need to get that transaction to go through quickly. 0.001 will get it done most of the time. I mean, and that might change as we scale. Like if we bring in more users and the user activity builds, you might not be able to get away with 0.001 fees down the line if the network gets saturated. But for now, it's great.
Yeah.
So we are a little bit over an hour. Thank you guys so much for joining. I could chat with you guys all day, but let's wrap it up. Why don't Stacksy, what do you got? You got the show coming on in a half an hour, so you're gonna be
in half an hour. We're playing the onboarding game from Skullcoin. It's super fun. Like we're just on the space, basically playing together. If you don't know how to play, just join us. I'll explain it. It's super easy. All you need is your phone and Google Maps.
That's it. That's it. Phone and Google Maps, and you can play and earn some STX, maybe some other rewards.
Pad around, and you can hear me eat. No, I'm kidding. Not today.
Dave just gagged somewhere.
Yeah, cool. I'll see you all next Monday, right? For another.
And we'll see you next Monday for another episode of the Stacksy's Weekly Recap, brought to you by WooCoin. GP, what do you got for today, man? What's your final word?
Yeah, I'm gonna go play some Skullcoin and try to win some prizes. I've got a couple different conversations that I'm needing to have that I've got lined up, and some different artwork that I'm working on too. So looking forward to, are we having a Whatever Monday space today?
We are. So 4 p.m. Whatever Monday. Anyone that's around, you can come on and chat whatever. We'll be there. We'll be chatting. I'm going to try to keep it to like an hour, no more than 2 hours, so I can, but it depends on how the conversation's going, but at least an hour. So from 4 to 5, maybe a little bit longer. And then, we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. We got, actually Dave's going to come on and talk to us about Junie tomorrow morning on the morning show. And we've got the AI show with Mike Jagdeo, Blockface from the Syndicate, at 10 a.m. And then Landy's Learn TA with Landy. He's going to actually do some stacks price action. He's going to do some breaking down the stacks price action tomorrow. That's at 1 p.m. So we got a bunch of shows tomorrow. We'll be back at it again.
Yes, guys, and please stop looking at the charts all the time. Come on, we're here for the long run. Don't be depressed. Don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, seriously, that's great advice. But go touch some grass, or even just do some push-ups or something, and come back tomorrow and look at it again. It's not the end of the world. And don't FOMO into don't make your decisions on these red days. This is not the time. This is not the time to get shaken out, friends. It's not the time to get shaken. Right on. Stacksy, thank you so much. GP, love you. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. I am PeaceLoveMusic. We are DeOrganized Media, coming at you live on BitcoinLive, Decentralized broadcasting. Y'all have a blessed week. Work hard. It's Monday. Got a lot of work to do. Peace out.